You're here with Take 5 with Dr. Chaz. I'd like to thank you for joining in. Listen, I'm just going to touch bases on relationships very shortly, give you a little insight for you young people out there, some of you old folks that haven't caught on to what's going on. But listen, if you're really sincere in life and you want to have the best things in life and get the best out of life, then you got to put the best in. And the only way to put the best in is to be real. Okay? You got to be honest. You got to be honest. If you're dealing with people and people are lying and you're in a relationship where there's a bunch of lies in it, then it's going to bring forth the fruits of deception. And deception is never good. You got to go into a relationship healthy. You got to go into a relationship with truth. And that's the principle of God. So if you're dealing with principles of God, then you're going to make things real healthy for you and make a good relationship out of it. That might not be the person that you met, may not be the person for you. That's why it's so very important to be honest, because they may be a person that don't fit with you. And just because they may look good, or they may be fine, as you might say, as the people may say, they may be, may be gorgeous or pretty or whatever in your eyes, but that might just be the physical attributes that you see, and that may not be all that you really need. And usually it's not, of course. You need a whole lot more, and we don't know what all we need. But we tend to understand that as we get in a relationship that we don't really fit with this person. We might find that person's kind of strange or peculiar. So, you want a strong relationship, start your relationship off honest. Okay, be honest with the person that you're dealing with. And even if you've been in a relationship for a while, it's still good to start being honest. Start laying stuff on truth. Now, some of it may get you in some trouble, because some of y'all got some skeletons in the closets that's pretty peculiar, pretty strange. And even though it is strange and it's peculiar, it's still best to lay it on the table, because if you lay stuff on the table, you know what you're dealing with. You know your cards. I mean, if you ever play cards, you know your cards if it's all laid out on the table. You can read it, and you can examine it, and you can come up with a true evaluation. If there's deception involved in it, you're not going to come up with a true evaluation of what you're getting yourself involved in. And some people spend year after year after year involved with this person, then find out after they break up, they're like, I can't stand the person, I can't hate them. Oh, they so crazy. That's a nut. That's a fruitcake, guys. Like, I got a hold of this woman. We sat here and had a baby. She's a nut. Same thing for a woman. This man, he abusive. He beats me. I can't stand it. But you get into these things and you be locked in for a while, because once you involve yourself with somebody sexually, you really make a spiritual bond. You make a bond that makes you one. We don't like to see it that way, but you do. You become one. I don't care how many people you get involved with. So if you get involved with a whole bunch of people, you become one. All of y'all are linking in and taking up each other's attributes inside of you. Maybe not on the outside, but inside of you, you're building something up. You're building some things that you may not even want in your lifestyle. You're bringing it on yourself because you tied yourself up. So if you get yourself into a relationship with somebody, you need to start off understanding that person is different from you, and that person has different needs and different desires and different wants and so on, and you need to be equally yoked. The Bible says when you find somebody, you need to be equally yoked with them. That simply means y'all need to be on the same page. To make it plain. If you're on the same page, then you can go forth. And then if you produce a child out of this relationship, which most people do, believe it or not, in most relationships, there's generally a child produced. Even if it's a short relationship, there's A lot of times there's a child produced out of this relationship. Then you tied with this person for longevity, which means if you feel like they's crazy, you're like, I got me a crazy person for a long time. And that's that can be stressful throughout your life. If it's somebody you really don't like, you really don't get along with, and to be tied with this person for a long period of time, that's going to take a toll on you pretty hard. So you need to be very choosy about linking up with somebody. You know, I know we look at the physical and be like, wow, that's, they all that, they look good. But that's only on the exterior, okay? Remember, we got the interior to deal with, and there's a whole lot more to it, so take your time. Be patient about making something come about, okay? Take your time. Do your homework in relationship to relationships. Do your homework. Go ahead and know what you want. Know what you're looking for in a person. Examine all the attributes. Ask questions. Ask questions about the past, the history. Now, I know people don't like to bring up their history, but the history tells you who that person is. It gives you the foundation, just like if somebody filled out an application for a job and how many jobs you did, what kind of experience you got. Same thing in a relationship. Who you been with, how long you been with them, what kind of relationship was it in, and what happened in that relationship, so on and so on and so forth. And that's what helps you establish a true relationship, because you find out that's somebody that you can be with. Sometimes that bonds you even harder. Well, not sometimes, all the times. It's going to bond you even harder if that's the person for you. If it's not, it's going to tear you apart. And that's what you need anyway, because that's what's ultimately going to happen. Except there's going to be some baby involved and some other things involved. That's all I got for you today. Thank you for taking 5 with Dr. Chaz. Y'all be blessed.